let me just clear some misconceptions up right now. YouTube channels are slagging off a lot of other YouTubers. It's getting more and more increasingly difficult. How much money do you make on YouTube? Complete toxic people. Hey everyone, we're at Dunnot's Head in Scotland, the most northerly point of Great Britain. Now, today's video is a celebration because it's been 5 years of van life for us. Now, we're in Scotland at the moment, we're on the NC 500 trip, and what we're going to do today is we're going to do a video and we're just going to tell you guys about all the good points about van life and the bad points about van life that we've learned over the 5 years. Now, it goes without saying that the main reason why, if you think about getting into van life, it's obvious, is the opportunities to be able to travel and take your home on wheels with you and be able to come and experience places like this. So, being at the most northerly part of Britain, in case you didn't know, let me quickly tell you how we got into van life. So, we decided one year that we was going to do a holiday in Britain. We went to Cornwall, we were staying at a log cabin. When we got to the log cabin, they told us, because we travelled during the night, we weren't allowed to check in until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And basically that meant that we had to sit and wait in a car park for about 8 hours because we'd got there early to miss the traffic. Now, during that time we was really tired, raining outside and everything, and we had to basically sit in the car and wait until we could check in. Whilst we were sat there, because it was in Cornwall, so many camper vans were driving past and things, Brooke turned round and said, wouldn't it be good if we had a camper van? We'd have been able to sleep in the van, you know, like whilst we was waiting to check into the log cabin. That ignited a little spark, and that spark eventually grew into us actually making the decision that getting a camper van was the right thing for us to do.
So our first ever camping trip, we had a basic van, which had they didn't even have a bed in it. We put a blow up bed in the back. We had no heating, no nothing. We went to a campsite and it was -5. It was freezing, and all I remember was sitting there going, is this what camping actually is? When we woke up in the morning, there was ice on the inside of the window. That's how cold it was. Obviously we was in blankets and stuff, so it was quite alright, and you know what, it's one of the best trips I've ever been on.
Now, during this time we went on quite a few trips, and about a year later, after doing some travel, you know, we got a rock and roll bed in the van, we got like a diesel heater, we got some electrics in the van, so we got all like the basic things, so you know, so that we could like travel more and have like more facilities with us. Now, after about a year of doing travel, me and Brooke decided to set up a YouTube channel because we wanted to share with like friends and families like some of the trips that was going on and things. So that's the main reason why we actually set the channel up. So after about a year of us doing lots of travelling, like putting videos every week on YouTube, we kind of realised that we was going from like 3 or 4 views, 5, 6 views a video to sort of like 10 views, 20 views, and we realised that like more people started like watching us, which was amazing. And we went from, over a year, we went from like 3 or 4 subscribers to sort of like 100. Now, a lot of people ask us a lot of things about YouTube, like how it works and everything. YouTube is very different now, 5 years later, than it was then. So then what happened was, when lockdowns and everything happened, I decided to start doing 2 videos a week. That's when van life really started taking off and everything. And then our videos, we started going from sort of like 100 or 200 views a video, started going to like 1,000, couple of thousand, and the views started going up. We started getting more subscribers and everything. So what we did at that point, I started like concentrating more on like doing YouTube videos, and that's just like a very basic story of like how we started YouTube and like why we continued to start doing it, and also we really enjoyed filming the videos and showing you guys.
So when it came to YouTube, I really didn't want to do YouTube at the start, and at the start of the videos you didn't even see my face. You might have heard me just say hi occasionally, and that was about it. And then gradually I started coming more and more in the videos, and now you can't kind of shut me up. One of the reasons why I started to go in the videos more was just because I built confidence. Like, I had no confidence when I first started, but the more you do it, the more you build up confidence, and now I feel like I'm more confident with myself.
It makes you feel good doing the videos and things.
Yeah, so I feel more confident in doing it now.
We're just at Rogie Falls in Scotland. We're actually staying here overnight. Now, being a YouTuber, it does have dark sides to it, but we're going to go more into that in this video. We're also going to be answering some questions that you guys have been asking us over the years. One of the main things that we've learnt about this lifestyle is it doesn't suit everybody, because we know so many people that have like the idea of van life and what it can do, the freedom and everything, but when it actually comes down to it, they might have bought a camper van and things, and then it's just basically sat on the drive. They never use it or anything, and they end up selling it. One of the main reasons that people tell us why they don't use their camper vans is they just simply don't have time. But something again that we've learnt over the years is, at the end of the day, time, it's no one's friend, so you've got one life, live it. Everyone has their own struggles in life, and everyone deserves to be happy. If something's preventing you from achieving your own happiness or your own personal goals, regardless if you have any mental health issues like depression or anxiety, at the end of the day, you're just a human that's trying to get by in this world. Therapy can give you the tools that you need to approach these situations in a different way. That is why I'm excited to tell you about BetterHelp. This is a paid promotion with BetterHelp. BetterHelp's mission is to make therapy accessible for all, and this is a very important mission for BetterHelp. BetterHelp is a platform that makes finding therapists easy because it's online and it's remote. All you have to do is fill out a questionnaire online, and then you'll get matched to your therapist within a couple of days. Clicking the first link in the description, you'll be not only supporting our channel, but you will get 10% off your first month of BetterHelp. Finding a therapist that matches you is a little bit like online dating. But the thing with BetterHelp is, if you don't find the therapist that actually suits you, you can move on to a different therapist and it doesn't cost you any extra. If you're struggling, consider online therapy with BetterHelp. Click the first link in the description or go to www.betterhelp.com/dubventures. Thank you again to BetterHelp for supporting our channel. So if the lifestyle of van life is something that you are interested in, like I said, you can make as many excuses as you want, because at the end of the day, if you want to go out there and live it and live your life a certain way, like we are at the moment, we're out and about, we're in Scotland at the moment, I'm going for a walk in the forest. You can make as many excuses as you want to not be able to do this. Now here's the thing, during our van life journey we've met some amazing people with what I would say serious life-changing situations that they've been in. They've decided from lifestyle things that could be challenges that would make them not be able to enjoy van life and get out there and see the world. They've gone out and they've done it, and that's an inspiring story for us, because like I say, we've met some amazing people that have got into van life, and they've told us as well that we've actually inspired them through our channel to make these decisions and everything. Do you know what? If you want to do it, don't make excuses, get out there and do it. So in our 5 years of van life, we have met some amazing people. We've made some lifelong friends as well. But on the flip side of that, let me tell you, we have met some, be correct the way I'm saying this, but complete toxic people. Amazing. One of the things when we first started YouTube is we never realised the positive effect that we would have on so many people. Some of the stories that people have told us and things where we've inspired them, to get out there and live the life and stuff. Over the 5 years of van life, this is one of the amazing positive things for us that really inspires us and keeps us going. Doing all the videos that we do, because we really appreciate you guys watching. Over the 5 years of our channel growing, as our channel grew, so did a lot of the misconceptions about us. One of the biggest misconceptions about doing what we do with van life, and having the YouTube channel is that everything that we do is funded by other people. For example, when we first started our YouTube channel and things, and especially when we started to grow, we used to get a lot of comments off people and things, saying, oh, it's all right for you guys, you got a YouTube channel, you get paid to travel. Some people were even saying in comments and things when we got our van and things that, oh, it's okay when VW is supplying you with a van that you can use. All the equipment that we use, we get told, oh, it's okay, you can afford things like that because it all gets given to you. Let me just clear some misconceptions up right now. Don't get given everything for free just because we have a YouTube channel. We're not the biggest YouTube channel out there. We're not the smallest. We don't get the most views out there of all the channels. We don't get the least. But do you know what? We go out there and we film videos that we want to film. We just film what we do. We don't manufacture videos or anything. We just film what we do, and this is what's grown our channel. Just sheltering from the rain. It's absolutely chucking it down, but you know what a beautiful place to be. So I did say before, there's a dark side to YouTube. Just want to briefly cover. So when we first started our channel, yes, there was a lot of YouTubers doing what we do, but over the years, especially like when the lockdown situation happened, a lot of van lifers, you know, they started like having like YouTube channels. Now what we've noticed is there's a lot of room for a lot of like YouTube channels, you know, to bring a different perspective of like van life out there and things. But it's also brought about a bit of a toxic sort of like culture, because we've noticed a lot of these newer YouTube channels, what they do is to try and grow their own channel. They actually are slagging off a lot of other YouTubers, you know, for like everything that they do on the channel. They're only doing this to try and grow their channel, but the only thing that they need to grow, it's up. We get asked off a lot of people whether they should like get a YouTube channel and things. Listen, we believe that there is a lot of like room out there for different perspectives of like different van lifers and things. But you know what? Just film what you do what you do, and forget what everybody else is doing. Be yourself, film what you do, and don't worry about others, and do you know what? Your channel will grow. One of the biggest differences we've noticed in 5 years of van life for us is wild camping anywhere in Britain. It's getting more and more increasingly difficult to do it. Now Scotland is like a quite easy place to wild camp. There's a lot of like places where, you know, like you can put donations in places, you know, they allow like overnight stays and things. But what we've noticed, especially on this trip that we're doing as well, is wild camping is becoming more difficult. In Scotland especially, they're putting like barriers up, you know, they're making it like where, you know, you can get fines and things if you overnight camp and things. Listen, we understand this. But the thing is, with that, what people are going to do is they're going to go to campsites and things. Now, understandably, campsites, they're putting the prices up, and we've noticed over the 5 years, campsite prices, like everything else, they've gone up. But some campsites, they're sort of like, they're doubling like how much it like costs to actually stay there. Some campsites in this country, it's just not worth it at all, and this is like putting people off as well. That being said, if you plan your journey and you know where you're going and you know the cost of campsites, and you know, like find some places, you know, that you're actually allowed to wild camp, you know what, you won't have any issues with travel at all. Another thing we've learned after 5 years of van life, when you travel, it's all about having the correct gear so that you can go and explore and everything. Clearly, I take my own advice. Yes, I just got absolutely soaked. Now, over the 5 years of van life, one of the main questions that we get asked, and again, it's to do with YouTube, is how much money do we get from doing YouTube videos? We've had it where strangers have literally like walked up to us that like know what we do, and they've sort of like said, hi, how much money do you make on YouTube? We get loads of comments and things like that. Let me just tell you something very quickly. I know some YouTubers that have 1,000 subscribers and they earn thousands and thousands of pounds every month. I also know a YouTuber that's got over 1 million subscribers and he only makes maybe a couple of £100 a month off YouTube. Numbers of subscribers and numbers of views on a YouTube channel does not represent how much money you're making. We've also been asked over the years of like a lot of people about, you know, like, you know, advice on starting up YouTube channels up and things. And a lot of people have said to us they want to start up a YouTube channel to make money. Good luck with that if that's your motivation. It took us 5 years to be in a position where trusted and respected sponsors actually like work with us. Now we do refuse sponsors pretty much on a weekly basis because, you know, a lot of YouTubers, they do get offered like a lot of different things and that, but we only work with like I said, trusted and reputable sponsors. And as far as how much money do we make on our channel, honestly, anybody that asked, it's not really your business, is it? Just said, like I've just been saying on camera before, how things are changing all the time, especially with like wild camping. And we've just found out that we've stayed in this car park before, overnight stayed, no problems. And Brooks just said that there is now a big sign saying no overnight camping. I tell you, van life in the UK is getting more and more difficult, and the system, honestly, it's against van lifers. So that does mean we're going to have to sort of like regroup, get another plan together, go somewhere else. But it's not an issue because this is one of the things of van life that we realised over years of doing van life. If things change in that, you've just got to sort of like sort it out, haven't you? Don't get stressed about it. We're not staying at a campsite tonight. We're actually wild camping. We will find somewhere else. It's not an issue. But like I said, over the 5 years, it is changing, and that has just proved it, what we just said before. Over the years, we've seen this ourselves. We understand that like a lot of van lifers get a bad rep for sort of like wild camping because they make a mess and everything. But if you followed our channel for a long time, you will have seen proof that most van lifers are not like that. It's all the cars and things that come and go, like they drop their dinner wrappers. We've seen it over the videos over years and years. And van lifers, they do get a bad rep. Right, we need to find somewhere else to go, and then we'll continue this video. So it's the day after and we're now wild camping at this beautiful area where just look at that amazing view. And on that point, One of the biggest changes that we've actually made with ourselves over the 5 years of van life is, with our first camper van that we had, after 3 years of owning that van, we didn't have a diesel heater. We decided to get a diesel heater fitted with the electrics. Once we got that done, the difference that it made, because it made us realise that we could sort of like go well camping in amazing places like this, because having a diesel heater, it's a game changer in van life.
Hey everyone, so we're on our last day of our 5 years of van life celebration tour. It's been an amazing road trip, but we'll answer some of the most popular questions we've been asked over the years. So one of the questions we get asked a lot is, do we go to the NEC shows and other motorhome shows because they've seen other YouTubers there and we've not been there?
So with these shows and things, we have actually been like invited to like do some talks and things like that at these shows. But what we always tend to find is, like, when these shows are happening and things, if it means that me and Brooke have got some like time off together and that, we would rather come and like do things like this where we're travelling and like exploring and seeing like amazing views like this. So a similar question that we get asked all the time about on a similar sort of thing like that is, do we never go to any of the van life festivals again because, you know, they've seen like other YouTubers there, but, you know, we've not been seen there. We've not been seen there because, you know, it's not our scene really. What we mean by it's not our scene is, you know, some of these festivals, when you get there, you know, like they have like, you know, bands playing like intense, like loud music and things. You know, they have like lots of bars there and things, and you know, it's a celebration of like all things, you know, like van life and things. But that type of scene, it's not always, again, we prefer like remote sort of like places, yeah, like we don't go to like a lot of touristy areas. Now we know a lot of people that go to these festivals and like they really enjoy it, and you know, I dare say like we would enjoy it, but again, similar to the, like, you know, why don't we like spend weekends at like these motorhome shows and things like that, it's because if we have time off together, you know, all things van life for us is about coming out and exploring and travelling. So
yeah,
question we get asked all the time is, how do you guys afford to travel so much? Just like everybody else, we work hard and we do what we want to do. It's that simple. One of the questions that we've been asked over and over again also is, it's been asked in different ways, this is, we have been just asked this, I've wrote it down here, we've put, we have watched you guys for years. It must be difficult coming up with videos every week and filming and editing. Is that side of YouTube stressful? So, like I said, over the years we have been asked like these questions. First of all, I'll just point out that like our videos are not manufactured. We don't come up with an idea and then base a video around it. Because we travel so much, we just film what we do, don't we?
Yeah.
And it's like this road trip that we've been on now, and other videos we've filmed the whole trip. Now, for me personally, you know, because like I said, we have been asked this question many different ways about sort of like the mental health aspect of like being a YouTuber and creating videos, you know, and doing social media content. Now, social media like creation, if you like, you know, to do the videos and things. If when you're doing things like that, it causes you any type of mental health problems, I would simply say, if that's happening, you know that that's causing that, you know what the solution is to not feel that way. Now for me, this is like how we think and how we feel. If I'm in a position where I can hold a camera, film myself and upload it to a social media platform for other people to see, that means I'm very privileged. It means I'm living in a world where doing something like that is a choice. So if it causes any mental health problems, don't do it. So to answer your question, does it affect us in any way mentally in that way? Absolutely not. We love what we do, and like I said, we just film what we do. So it's as simple as that. We love it, and this is why we've been doing this for 5 years. Another question that we get like asked like all the time, and not so much questions but sort of like comments where, you know, like people have like said to us, oh, have you seen what this person have said, have you seen what that person said? With social media, unfortunately, it does not matter what you do with social media, you're going to get haters. You're going to get people that send nasty comments, put horrible comments and things. But you need to understand this, and again, this goes to anybody that's thinking about starting up a YouTube channel. You will get it, but do you know what? When you get hateful comments and things like that, it means that somebody is watching your videos, they're taking the time to process it, but they feel they have to make a comment. If they're taking their time to comment on something they dislike, that means that the haters are your biggest fans. So guys, I hope you've really enjoyed this video. It's a bit of a different one for us. We filmed it whilst we've been on our Scotland tour. Bye for now.